Hi everyone, I'm Tanaaz from foreverconscious.com and this is your weekly energy forecast for the week of September 15th. Thank you all so much for your well wishes. I'm still not 100%, but I'm here, I'm showing up, I feel much better. Ready to launch into your astrology forecast for this week. Of course, we have the Pisces lunar eclipse this week. That is the big event. It falls on the 17th, 18th. Let's break this down. So this is a partial lunar eclipse, which is kind of the weakest type of eclipse that we can have. It's also a supermoon. So because this is a partial lunar eclipse, we'll still be able to see the moon. It's going to look really big and bright in the sky, and then we'll get this partial eclipse moving in as well. Eclipses are always a highly transformative time. Whenever you think of eclipses in astrology, we're always thinking transformation, change. With this eclipse, it's endings. It's holding the theme of endings. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. And lunar eclipses also tend to bring about endings. So we've got, last sign of the zodiac, this idea of culmination, wholeness, completion. And then we've also got this lunar eclipse, which usually brings some kind of ending into our lives. And this ending, this culmination, this sense of having the whole picture is something that we feel for a month, around this eclipse. We may have already had an ending happen in our lives. We may feel like if you're looking for the bigger picture or the whole story, you may find within the next month that you're receiving that. Until the next full moon, you're receiving that information to get the full picture. Lunar eclipses can be very illuminating. They can reveal stuff to us. They can shine a light and open our minds to a new way, to the truth. Secrets can be revealed, information can come our way, stuff can come up and out. Remember, when we're dealing with a full moon, energy is drawn out of us. Being in Pisces, being in this watery sign, we may be feeling emotional, sensitive. We may be able to pick up on the emotions of others. It will be important to really look after and protect our energy field. I have not been well, so it's been a real time for me to kind of slow down and focus on self-care and looking after myself. Maybe the same for you, really learning how to listen to your body, which is hard to do when you have a life, a toddler, a job, but really trying to come back and put ourselves first. So this eclipse is part of a new cycle of eclipses. This is the first Pisces eclipse we've had since 2015, I believe. The first, and we're going to have more as we move into next year. We're really going to feel this new eclipse cycle, which is Pisces Virgo eclipses. It's really going to activate next year, and it's going to run until 2027. So whatever themes are unfolding now under this eclipse cycle, we're just getting a little taste, and we're working with it until 2027. Right now, this year, we have been working a lot with the Aries Libra eclipses. We have another Libra eclipse coming up next month. That'll be this final eclipse of the year. That is part of this Aries Libra cycle that we've been working with. But this eclipse that's happening this week is giving us a taste of this new eclipse cycle, the Virgo Pisces eclipses, which really gear up and ramp up next year. So it's a good idea if you want to track these cycles. So I'm saying, the Aries Libra eclipse cycle, the Virgo Pisces eclipse cycles. You may be like, what does that mean? Well, this is how you start to make astrology come alive for you. On this Pisces eclipse, write down a couple of themes that are unfolding for you. Then when we have another Pisces Virgo eclipse, you do the same thing. And eventually what you start to see is a little story building, and how at the end, usually you don't see it until the end, and then how all the dots connect. And then okay, the Pisces Virgo eclipse cycle is about this for me. And when it comes around again, you have that to go back and look at and see, okay, yeah, these are the themes I was working with. Now they're coming back up again. I think I put it in the article, so double check these dates, but I believe the last time we had this Pisces Virgo eclipse cycle was 2015 to 2017. So events from that time will be, you can think about what themes were going on for you, and those themes are likely to be revisited in some way. It's not that the same things are going to happen. 2017 was a terrible year, so I'm like, oh my God, I don't want that to happen again. But no, it's not that the same thing is going to happen. It's just that we're moving to a higher level, a higher consciousness with the themes that happen. So we're thinking of moving up a spiral. It's not that history is repeating itself. It's just that whatever themes we were dealing with, not the events, the themes, the energies, the thoughts, the processes, we're moving to the next stage of consciousness with that. So that's the energy for this eclipse. It is on the milder side next year, and you'll see from the moon calendar, we have a lot of blood moon eclipses, the most potent lunar eclipse we can have. This is the weakest lunar eclipse that we have. So it's I want to say gentle as far as eclipses go, even though it is a super moon. We'll be feeling that moon strong, really drawing stuff out of us. It's a very releasing, clearing time. And just listen to your body, listen to your intuition, excuse me, falling in that watery sign of Pisces. And then, of course, as we get into next week, it happens on the 22nd when I'll be doing the next forecast, but we are moving into Libra season. So out of earthy Virgo into nice air sign Libra, into that idea, which is represented by the scales, the balance. We have the equinox. I'll talk more about it next week, but we have a couple of energy shifts after this eclipse moving into air sign Libra and into uh, this idea of balance, balancing our energy, balancing what we're choosing to give our time to, moving into a new season with that equinox. So, couple of energy shifts, but that eclipse is really going to dominate the cosmic airways. So I'm going to pull a card now for this eclipse for this week ahead for all of us. This is, of course, from my Cosmic Astrology Oracle deck, which you can get your own copy on Etsy. And I apologize, I've been a little slow shipping out your orders this week because I have not been feeling well. So you will get them. Nothing's been late. It's just been not as efficient as I normally am. All right. I like this card. Let's pull it. Ooh, I got the Earth card. You know, this is really interesting. We spend so much time in astrology talking about the other planets that we tend to forget about our home planet, which is why I wanted to put this in the deck. I decided when I was thinking of the cards and planets I was going to include, I'm like, I want to include Earth because sometimes we just need to come back down to Earth, come back down to this planet, put our focus and attention on what's happening in the here and now. And I think that's very fitting as we move into this eclipse energy because eclipses can be intense. They can stir change. They can bring transformation. We can feel very emotional and overwhelmed. So the Earth card is kind of like coming back to the present, coming back to just the here and the now. I am a being, I'm on planet Earth, I'm here at this time to experience the cosmic energies of this time, the events of this time, my life at this time, just really kind of coming back down to Earth, coming back down to being present with the here and the now. All right, let's take a little look at the booklet's description. Earth is our home planet, of course, and the playground of our soul journey in this life. You have drawn the card of Earth as it's time to reconnect with this planet and all that it has to offer. There are many struggles, tragedies, traumas, and pains that come from living on this planet, but there is also a lot of beauty, love, art, connection, and pleasure. This card is asking you to connect with all of it and to recognize that all of the struggles mixed with the beauty is what makes life whole. So, whatever's going on for you right now, the struggles that you're dealing with, the obstacles that you're dealing with, how can you recognize and hold space for the beauty in it? Maybe there's no beauty in the struggle, but what beauty can bloom from that struggle? Something to think about. This card can also be your reminder to reconnect with nature, spend time outside, and to remember that your soul chose Earth for a reason. You know, they say right before the equinox, the day before and the day of the equinox, the energy grid of the planet moves into a higher frequency. So if you could use some healing, go outside, be out in nature, soak up that higher frequency. This is a good card for our equinox week. Honor your time on Earth's playground and make the most of what this planet has to offer. So, a couple of additional meanings for this card: spend time in nature, feel more at home within yourself, find gratitude for all that Earth has to offer, ground your energy, come back down to Earth, recognize that your soul chose to come to Earth at this time in history. Understand that the struggles of our planet are connected to your soul journey. Be of service to causes that make Earth a better place and turn your despair into hope. All right, that is our card for the week. Marinate with that. Take what you will. Think about maybe what this card means to you. I don't know if you can see that very clearly, but the word down there is home. What does that evoke for you? All right, and then very quickly, that's your forecast. It's done. So if this is boring, you can turn it off. But here is your moon calendar for 2025. This is what it looks like. It is done. I have the orders here. Different and kind of color theme this year, but all the goodies that you know and love. It starts on Sunday. One time I did the calendar starting on Monday. I guess that's maybe an Australian or European thing. I don't know. Americans do not like that. But yeah, this is the only new thing that I've added this year is that I've included some stargates. So when the sun aligns with some of the royal stars, I thought that was kind of cool that we could keep track of those beautiful stargate dates. So just showing you the inside of the calendar. If you would like to get your hands on a copy, they are available on Etsy. You can also get the card deck on Etsy too. So now I have two things going. I'll quickly just show you. This is my favorite one. I just think it's cool. Blood moon eclipse. We have a couple of those next year. So you're going to have all the dates. Where are some of those stargates that I can show you? There's one here. See, like I've put it like that. Sirius. You can see that gateway. There's Regulus in here. Regulus gateway. So that's the new thing I've added. But otherwise, you're getting the full moons, new moons, eclipses, the retrogrades, planetary ingresses, which means when the planet moves into a particular sign, when a planet stations direct, the quarter moons, and then this year I've added the stargates as well. Oh, and you can also get the equinoxes and anyway, you get the idea. Oh, and also what I've done this year is I've your intentions are here, and then I put a journal prompt for every single month that you can work with as well. So there are a couple of new things with that 2025 calendar. If you're interested, check it out on Etsy. All right. I'll be better next week, I'm sure. Thank you all so much for your well wishes. You all take care. Have a good week.